My God, the chat is so small, but I can read it. Yeah, yeah. All right, good. Oh, that's better. It turns up bigger right too. That's good. Anyway, welcome to the MF car review and Q&A on my very own Honda Beat. I am now using the Streamlabs app, yes. So the resolution should be higher, and my drain on my data plan should be higher too. I am indeed live. Thank you, Streamlabs, the Stream Elements. It looks very cute, and now that the top has been sprayed in the body color, it looks so much better. Oh my lord, it looks so good. Sorry about the sun. Try to block it with my hand. But yes, here it is, the Honda Beat. We'll walk around. So a little bit of information about the car. It is a Japanese Kei-car, only sold in Japan, two-seater, convertible, mid-engined, three-cylinder sports car. And what's cool about the Beat is that there were only 30,000 of them sold in Japan, so they're quite rare. In this color combination, especially, which is just known as the Type C, are only about 600 of them. Yes, they are actually all soft tops, but I got this hard top shipped from Japan to here. So the top actually comes down. I'll show you where the latches are. Let me open up the passenger door too so I can show you a little bit better. So now we're on the inside. So you as you can see, please son, go away. You can see those metal latches. Those are to undo the roof, and you can just pull it off. It's just fastened with a couple screws. How much was this car? I bought this car for £3,000 in England, which is converted to about 3,500 euros, which was a good amount because it needed some work done. The seats were tattered, the roof was leaking, the back window that it had on the soft top actually the zipper was missing, so it was just open. So I have a replacement zipper for that. I still have the soft top, but it's not on it. But yeah, that's a good price for it. I'm about 10,000 euros deep now into this car. So it's quite the monetary investment, all right, already, with the painting and the damage that it had up front because my neighbor backed into it. You can still see the remnant on the number plate. But the bumper's pretty much all new now. I just got some new tires fitted. You can still see the label on them. Very grippy tires. Very happy with them. Also got the inside covered with anti-rust, so it won't rust anymore. So that's neat. Also for the back, it was also covered in anti-rust protectant. Fun fact about the Beat, it has rear disc brakes, and it is the very first Kei-car ever to have rear disc brakes. So disc brakes on all four corners. And actually the brakes, they're about the same size on the front as on the back. They're actually brakes from a Civic. They just use parts from different cars, mainly Civics, to build this, which is neat and also good for me. So it makes it that parts aren't so ridiculously rare. These wheels are sadly not the original wheels that came with the car. The original wheels are no drum brakes in the back, no disc brakes. These wheels are period correct, but they are from a different Honda because the original wheels for the B had like a pepper pot pattern, as they call it, like all the small circles that went around. But they have been swapped. But the neat thing with the Beat was also that the fronts are 13 inches rims, but the rears on the original rims were actually 14 inches, which were actually just, so it had bigger tires and bigger wheels at the rear. But sadly, someone swapped these in Japan for these rims. Although they look nice and they are OEM Hondas, it's not the stock setup. So let's take a look at the rear. Yeah, drum brakes are a hassle to get off. I have drum brakes on my Copen. So yeah, here's the rear. I really like this integration of the rear light, and the rear center light is integrated into the spoiler. This was actually before center lights were even mandatory, so it's an option. Let's go take a look at the boots, shall we? Work our way front to back, or back to front. All right, I have a key in my pocket on it. Here's the key, pretty cool. It came with this little bead keychain, and it comes with 2 keys, which I have no idea what the purpose was. I asked the previous owner what the purpose of those keys are, and he had no idea. So this is kind of hard to open it with one hand. I got it. All right, because this car doesn't have like struts for the rear. It has this little iron, like a hood. It has a little prop. So what's actually missing on this car is actually the trunk lining, which I'm kind of sad about, which I still need to fix. So this is normally like covered in cloth, but it doesn't have that. Yeah, old school key trunk entry. There is no other way to open the trunk than with the key. But the trunk is also the viewing angle to the engine bay. So there's the coolant. Here's the coil pack, a little ECU box with the fuses in them, and what you can see here is the air intake, and beneath that is the engine. And batteries also in the boot. Of course, I have some warning triangle and medical stuff. But yeah, as you can see, like the boot is very, very small. Almost no trunk space in this car at all. As we work our way forward, let's go look in the front compartment, shall we? Like a little latch here. Pop it. And what's kind of neat is that this car is front hinged, so you actually have to pull it on the middle, like this. Trying to do this one-handed, quite tough. So there's like this metal bracket. And you put it in the hole, and there it's supported. So it's front hinged, which is pretty crazy. And in the front, here is the master brake booster and brake reservoir, the spare tire, and a small toolkit. The jack is mounted here, and as you can see, the lights. As you can see, like the whole bodywork just peels off, so you can really see the suspension. Because just this hood piece is so big, it opens up the whole front end, which is pretty cool. If we walk to the other side, you can see the same thing with the big opening here, window washer fluid. Here's the strut towers. There's actually a pressure valve for the radiator, because the radiator is located beneath the spare tire. It's actually kind of neat. It's not in front like most cars, it's actually angled, which is pretty cool. I'll try to show you. So like wind feeds through here, and the radiators are angled, so there's a condensator for the air conditioning, and there's a radiator. They're both half mounts. You can't see it from the bottom because it's actually cladded up. Yeah, so the engine's in the back. Air goes through the side intakes into the airbox, little antenna, which I do not have, into the airbox, into the engine. As you can see a bit of the muffler here, but it's all very, very compact. You see the drive shaft going to the rear wheel. which, of course, this being a rear-wheel drive car, which is pretty cool. You could probably lift this car a bit. It only weighs 750 kilograms, which is like that's less than 1,800 pounds, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not the best with pounds. I always forget them. I also really like the integration of the mirror. So sleek. Let's put the hood down again, because I don't think there's really anything to talk about it anymore. Anything interesting? No, just hoses and wires. All right, let's put it down. Let's see what we can do. £1,650. Ooh, that is very light. Let me just drop it. Drop it hard enough. There we go. Close the trunk. Maybe we could start it. We can maybe hear the engine a bit from the trunk. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Let's start her up, shall we? And then we'll take a look at the interior. After we're done with the interior, we can go make it a little test drive. So that when you insert the key, the car starts beeping. I don't know exactly why that is, but it has like a sensor there. So it goes to a straight beep. Is it in neutral? Yes, it's in neutral. And we start it, and it'll start real fast. Here it is. Let's look at the tackle. It starts almost instantly, which I really like about this car. It always starts so fast, which is a sign of a healthy engine. Here's some cool info. It's all in Japanese because this car is a Japanese car. So it states like what kind of spark plug it has, what kind of valve timing it needs to have, when the belts need to be changed, what kind of pressures. And it's all in Japanese because it's a Japanese car. It's so dope. There's the little engine purring. You can see the dipstick right there. But it's like crammed in there. You can see here is the inlets for the AC lines. So the AC pump is right there. Yeah. Let's close her up and then we'll do some revs. You can hear what she sounds like. And she sounds oh so mighty fine. This car has an amazing exhaust note. Yeah, it's all in kanji. It's Japanese. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. See, even the sun visors, it's all in Japanese. So this interior, of course, I have a hard top, but even with the soft top, the parcel shelf is quite big, which is nice. You can. It's like the only real place you can stick luggage. It's on the parcel shelf. And there's actually an access hatch beneath this carpeting, so you can work on the engine more easily, which is neat. It's nice to have. I'm turning around. I got some new floor mats for this car. This car originally came with zebra print floor mats and zebra print cloth seats, but I just thought they were so 90s that I couldn't take it. Sorry about the cabling already. This is quite neat. So this is where the flare goes, because in Japan, all cars have to have a flare integrated in the car, so and easily reachable. The glove box is quite small, very small. Like it's about as big as my hand. Here's a second set of my like the cassettes for the CD changer, because this car, this car originally came out in 91 and this is 93. It came with a 6 CD changer, which is quite revolutionary for that era, because not a lot of cars had CD changer back then. It also, of course, has a tape deck, because 90s, and it has a very easy to use climate controls. Like you just push the button where you want the air. You have AC, recirculating air, temperature, and fan speed. Hazard lights are right here. Right. The gear lever is so tiny and so notchy. It's very nice to use. Let me shift some gears. It's so nice to use. I'm sorry about the sun, but the throws are so short. It's a joy to use. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll try to block the sun out. But here's the gauge cluster. Fairly simple. Very motorcycle-y. The red line is actually 9,000 RPM, but we'll see that in a little bit. This car has 108,000 kilometers. Let's give her some rev. See what she sounds like. Put on the accelerator. It sounds fairly balanced for a 3-cylinder. But especially the intake noise when you're inside the car and it's under load, it's amazing. So let's go take one last look at the car, and then we'll go do a drive. I'm looking forward to this. I went to, as you can say, this is like, how do you call something like this? Where like all different kinds of companies are situated, but you know, it's evening, so it's like nice and calm. So I'm gonna put you in my little contraption I can mount on my head. Just hold on for a minute. Hold on for a hot minute. There we go. All right, I hope you can see stuff. I'm closing the door. I very much hope you can see stuff. I have no idea because I cannot see the screen like this. I think the sun is very much in your eyes, but it'll just have to do for now. Let's go do this PV drive. Safety first. Get on my seatbelt. Right. Let's go. No music, of course, because, you know, DMC stuff. Let's go take a drive. It's been running, so it's warm. We can listen to that sweet, sweet sound. So this car has no power steering at all. It's just manual steering, manual transmission, very light car, which makes it feel super analog, and that's actually amazing. So it's like quite light on center, but it grips up in the corners. Of course, because it'll require more effort to turn the wheel. There we go. Some nice shade. I do wish the indicators would like stop automatically a bit easier. Alright, of course, because this is a Japanese car, the indicator is actually on the right and not on the left. Like the wipers are on the left, which is sometimes you gotta get used to it, you know? It can be quite a night. All right, let's open the taps a little bit. Oh my, that sounds delicious. All right, back into second. Sorry about the sun. There's a car coming. We're just gonna go on some B roads. Just whack it up. Oh, it sounds so good. All right, nobody coming. Big old sun. And that's 60. It really flies. Oh my, it's quite dark in here, so let's turn on the lights. Make us up a little bit more illuminated. There's a guy riding on his bicycle. We're just going, having fun. So it is quite tame when you're driving it at top gear. But I'm actually already in 5th gear, and the tach is at 3,000 RPM. So that means if I'm going 120, which is highway speeds here, the revs are at 6,000. So it's not a very comfortable car to drive on the highway, because it will drive you insane because the revs are so high. Actually, I'm always worried about damaging the car because I'm just revving the shit out of it every single time. All right, let's downshift a couple times. Like just a second. Let you see some shifting action. Oh, baby. It's so good. The brakes are phenomenal too. There is nobody behind me. We'll test out the brakes. Oh, actually gonna get a little wet here. This car has no ABS, but I haven't been able to lock up the brakes yet because it brakes so hard. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna brake at 40 k's an hour as hard as I can. And 3, 2, 1, go. No squeals, nothing. It just takes it. And that's full pressure. I cannot push the brake pedal like much harder. It's amazing how well this car brakes. That also is because it's mid-engine, so a lot of the weight is on the rear wheels. So you actually have a lot less weight shift on this car because the weight from the back is more equal distributed on the 4 wheels, so you can have better brake distribution. Alright, what is here? It's so fun to roll through the gears of this car, and it's so light. It is a joy to drive, an absolute joy to drive. Really, you can't imagine how much fun this is. Oh, I bumped my phone into the thing. Alright, we have quite a busy road here. We look both ways, make sure no one's here. There's a Nissan Leaf in front of me. Quite easy to rev match too when you're downshifting, like a little blip on the throttle. Oh, I missed it kind of there, but that's enough to do it. It's enough to do it. And the noise is just incredible. You gotta remember, guys, this car only makes 64 horsepower. It's not powerful at all. But because it's geared so short, it makes up for its lack in horsepower and lack in torque. But it only makes, if I'm correct, it only makes 60 Newton meters of torque from the engine. 60. That's not a whole lot. I think that is 44 pound-feet, if I remember correctly. If you put that in like layman's terms. My motorcycle, which is electric, in comparison, it makes more than double that, and that's a bike. So that's quite the difference. But the short gearing makes up a lot. Speaking about the handling of this car, it is quite good. It is a bit more softly sprung than I would like. It absorbs bumps quite well, but that makes it roll more in the corners. My other car, the Copen, it actually rolls less than this, even though that is a heavier car. Not by much, but it is heavier. I think that is really all that I have to say about this car. It's great, and I hope the sun isn't too annoying at the moment because it's very much shining in my eyes. we're just having a little neat, like, visibility is awesome in this car. You can see everything around you. The mirrors are well placed. They're big enough. The rear has a good window. Even in the soft top version, the window was very big, and you can see very well in the rear view mirror. So I'm gonna. Yeah, this is almost like a porch. I'm not gonna stop here. Yeah, let's take a right, left here. That's not right, that's left. Look at that! That's a McDonald's play place. I don't know if you can see that, but why does that dude have that in his backyard? See, I'm in third gear. When I floor it or in fourth, nothing really much happens. Very much calm. This is a really B-road city. Yeah, fantastic car to drive, very analog. It doesn't even have an airbag, by the way, so it's not the safest car by any stretch of the imagination. Very, very short crumple zone. At least there's no engine there, so it cannot be catapulted into my lap, but of course it can from the rear. A little speed bump. I think I'm gonna park it here. We're gonna end it. I'm gonna end the video. Oh no, already? Yeah, already. Because this is eating my data. I'm gonna take you out of your little trap. You should be able to do your next car stream. Oh hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There it is, in the shade now. It sounds like hell. It sounds amazing. There it is. It's my Honda Beat. Oh, it's not. It's not on the handbrake. So I actually rolled forward. Actually stopping it with my body weight right now. Why did I do this? I gotta pull on the handbrake. That's better. Oh yeah, also this car has manual windows. Crank windows. Non-crank windows. So they're automatic, which is pretty cool for a car this old. I thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. My neat car. There's a little cubby for your cassette tapes too. Oh, I have wipes in there. Why do I have wipes in there? But they're like cutouts for cassette tapes because it's the 90s and we need cassette tapes. Alright, there's also a little storage cubby behind the passenger seat. And you can lock it so you can put your registration and stuff in there. It's pretty cool. They really thought about stuff. They really did. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about this car, I think. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time, I guess. You love the hidden compartments? Yeah, it's so good. I really wish like the door had a bit of storage, but it doesn't. Oh crap, I just thought of something. Okay, that's good that I think about it before we end. The fuel gauge, not a gauge, the fuel entry compartment is actually hidden in the door. So when the car is locked and you have the top down, like when you have the top down and you park it somewhere and nobody can actually get to the fuel door and do this and then steal your fuel because the door's closed and hopefully locked. That's clever engineering on Honda's end. Door switch. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it. Seats are comfy. They hug you nice. There's the paddle box. Pretty smart. Alright. Thank you all very much for watching. This has been my Honda. See you later. Bye bye. Stick and chat for a little bit. We'll see if I can throw a raid or something. But I thank you very much. Ooh, cool. A little circular. So nice. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.